Welcome to some new r/petty revenge stories, where people share small victories over those that wronged them. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Not My Dog. Years ago, I used to work as a pharmacy tech for a major retail pharmacy. Occasionally, we'd have to deal with patients that also happen to be doctors who believe they deserve VIP status. These are the kind of people that think that going to school for a long time means they should be held in higher regard compared to others. This one particular doctor, we'll call him Dr. Smith, came in one day, and while ringing him up, he balked at the price of the prescription. Typically, prescription copays were even dollar amounts, but this was not. Given that this was early in the year and the price was what it was, I posited that he was seeing his insurance deductible being added into the copay price. This was a typical issue we would see at the start of every year, because many people don't know how the insurance plans work. He insisted that it was not his deductible and that the insurance must not have been billed. I showed him the confirmation of insurance approval and the price breakdown, but he wasn't having it. I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. If you want to call your insurance company to get more information, you can, but I can assure you the billing was performed correctly. That's Dr. Smith. You are not my doctor. A silence fell in the general vicinity. Pills stopped being counted. Bags stopped being packed. I didn't break eye contact. His wavered. I don't know how many times in his life he tried to pull that card on people in situations where being a doctor was completely irrelevant in order to assert some misguided sense of dominance. But on this day he found out that it was all an illusion. He pulled out his credit card, paid, mumbled something unintelligible, and left visibly embarrassed. The next story is called Not Your Friend. I used to work for my ex-boss for about 4 years. Over the years of working for her, I helped her out a ton. I was her right hand for everything. I worked and overworked myself, and she did show me a lot of recognition, which was nice. I got a promotion to manager, and things were looking up. She paid me pretty good, or so I thought, and I was content. During year 4 of my employment, I started to notice that she was becoming increasingly greedy, especially with the money other coworkers were earning. We earned money based on commission, except for the front desk workers, which got paid hourly. She was starting to forget to submit payroll and would blame her accountant. Then she would pay us by regular checks, which was an issue because we didn't know how the money had been calculated. Many times I noticed my paychecks were short. I would do the math and inquire with her. She would always blame the accountant. I then would ask to speak with her accountant. She would always give some fake excuse on why we couldn't contact her accountant. Whatever. One of the last times that really rubbed me wrong, she owed me like 2K and said that it had been split between 2 payroll periods. When it didn't add up, I asked her to meet with me in person, and she again tried to make some dumb excuse. Eventually I got fed up and went ahead and started working for myself. I have been pretty successful since. Fast forward to now 1.5 years later. Her business is officially shutting down at the end of this month. And now she's crawling back, wanting to friend me on any and every social media platform you can think of. The third story is called Not Paying It. This happened shortly after my grandmother moved in to live with me and my wife back in the early 2000s. My grandmother was 89 at the time and could no longer drive, nor could she really ride anymore. We had a new landline put in, and her landline phone number was transferred to our address. One day she gets a call from Sears asking for a payment on a bill. She was a bit confused, so asked me to talk with the gentleman. He said her account was overdue. It was maybe a couple $100. I said she's received no bill, so has paid for nothing. They still had her old address. I told him, okay, she's now living with me at my address. Send us the bill and we'll pay it. Nope, she has to come in and sign for an address change. I told him that's not going to happen. She's 89, has mobility issues and can no longer sign her name to anything. Just send us a bill and we'll pay it. He wouldn't budge. I said we are not going to give a rando over the phone any money without seeing a bill first. He was adamant that she had to come down and sign for the new address. So I told him fine, since she's not receiving a bill where she lives and she owes them nothing. And until a bill arrives, nothing will be paid. I told him that at 89 she no longer cares about her credit score, and hung up. The next story is called Only the Worst. I work for a luxury dealership. About 2 years ago, I was working for the same manufacturer I am now, just at a different location. There was an older salesperson there, and boy was she cutthroat. We'll call her S. One day I had a customer come in, and he wanted to buy one of our specialty cars. I let him know we don't discount specialty cars, they are MSRP only. This was at the start of 2020, so most people still expected discounts. To my surprise, he didn't have an issue with it. I was just starting out in sales, so I was quite excited as this would be my biggest commission yet. I hadn't made much prior to this and was still getting the hang of everything. At one point in the deal, the customer stated he just moved to the US and didn't have insurance. I told him that's fine, we just need him to secure an insurance policy before he can leave the lot with the car. I gave him the number to an insurance company and the information he would need and went to go start on the paperwork. A few minutes later, I see S sitting with my customer at her desk, calling insurance with him. Apparently he needed some help and S decided to swoop in and help him instead of letting me know and having me help him. She said she was just helping me out and wouldn't split the deal. Great. All she did was answer one question for him and the insurance company anyway. Certainly not enough work to warrant half my deal. I had spent 2 hours with the guy. He buys the car and I'm thrilled. As we leave the store that evening, she runs up to me and says, "How much did the deal make?" I thought it was odd, but didn't think much of it and said I wasn't sure yet. I hadn't asked my finance manager. Payday comes. I notice I have a split deal on my pay sheet with S. Funny, I don't remember working a deal with you. I go to my boss and say there's a mistake. He said S told him I agreed to split the deal since she helped with the insurance. I told him that wasn't the case. He calls her into his office and I explained to S that she, in fact, told me she wouldn't be taking half the deal. She proceeded to yell at me, saying I was a liar and that I told her I would give her half my commission for her help. After a lot of back and forth, I thought I had won, because my boss mentioned that he did think it was odd I would give up my biggest sale to date for 5 minutes of help. But nope, she got half. I fought this with management and they took her side. Still don't know why, my guess is just that she had been there for a long time. Fast forward a year later. I had to move for personal reasons and was told to divvy up my clients among the other salespeople. I gave S all the clients I had that were tough to deal with or where I knew they weren't serious about purchasing and would waste their time. Every other client went to my favorite coworker. It wasn't just because of the half deal incident. Everyone at the dealership was fed up with her because she would pull all sorts of BS constantly. The last story is called Lefty. I work at a small ski and snowboard shop, and one of the services we offer is a seasonal lease program. For those of you unaware, ski and board equipment can be very expensive, and that means sometimes the sport prices itself out of the picture for some people. We are really proud that we can offer a full package to be taken home and used as many or as little times as the customer would like, all for less than the price of buying just a pair of ski boots. This program does come with some caveats. One of them is the tip of every ski we rent out has a 3" by 3" sticker with our logo on it. That sticker does double duty by both, giving us some free advertising and declaring ownership if the skis get left behind at a resort. At the end of the season we get a bunch of phone calls from mountains saying, "We've got your skis, come get them." As a result, it's really important to us that customers keep our stickers on the skis. Sometimes, however, customers don't want to look like they are on rental equipment in front of their friends. This is specifically a problem in high school and college aged humans. Often they will attempt to remove our stickers. However, the ones we use are very heavy duty and removal of them usually entails chisels in a good amount of time. That said, every year there are close to 100 pairs of skis someone puts that effort into. We've tried everything over the years to entice people to leave the stickers alone. From fees to rewards to our spot in the sticker giveaway program. This year though, I may have cracked the code. Underneath the stickers this year, I stenciled the word left. I labeled 3000 pairs left and 0 right. Now, most skis no longer have left and rights, so the word has no bearing on performance. It's there purely to frustrate sticker removers. All season I've been enjoying customers coming in complaining of having 2 left skis. I smugly smile and say, Our rental skis don't have left and right, we just write that on the tips to catch people who remove the stickers. But yesterday my plan exceeded my wildest hopes. I had a customer come in to return his equipment, and he informed me that he removed the stickers back in December and almost instantly regretted it. He had spent every chairlift ride for the duration of the winter explaining to total strangers that he knows both his skis say left. And no, he doesn't have 2 left feet. And yes, he's horrible at dancing, but not because of that. In addition, he was in a seasonal instructed ski group with his fiancée and some friends and coworkers. Apparently, after day 1 of an 8-week program, his group's assigned instructor nicknamed him Lefty. Also, his fiancée started calling him Lefty, as did his coworkers. Upon returning to work, the story was told to his boss, and it's now how everyone in his job distinguishes him from the other employee he works with who shares the same real first name. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Let me know what you think about the stories in the comment section below. Have a great day. Bye bye.